Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another video. I'm going to try to make this a quick one. Well, not too quick, but I'm about to get ready to go shopping for a while. Uh, but I thought I'd go ahead and make this video first since it's been a few weeks since I last made a video. I'm going to do an album review, and if you guys remember, in the last video that I did, at the end, I told you guys that you could vote on what my next album review was going to be. And your choices were between Disturbed's latest album, Divisive, Shinedown's latest album, Planet Zero, and Slipknot's latest album, The End So Far. And most of you actually picked Shinedown, which surprised me, if I'm being completely honest. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to do another one because one of my friends messaged me on Instagram and informed me that I actually already did a review of Shinedown's latest album, Planet Zero. So I'm going to have to disqualify that one. So I'm going to choose Disturbed's latest album, Divisive, to do the review on instead, which is what this is going to be. Now, as usual, I don't go over every single song on the album review. I only pick 2 or 3 that I really enjoy to talk about, and I give you my thoughts on those, and you guys can determine for yourselves by listening to the rest of the album. But ironically, I know I never made a top albums of 2022 video, but if I had to pick one, it would be this one. Definitely. I think that this album was a huge step up from their previous album, excuse me. I think it's because I'm kind of rushing myself. It's a huge step up from their previous album, Evolution, which I actually didn't think was that bad. You know, I didn't mind all the ballads. I think that David Draymond has a really nice singing voice, and he definitely proved that on that album. But we're not here to talk about that one. We're here to talk about Divisive. The 3 songs I'm going to talk about, the first one I'm going to talk about is my personal favorite from the album, and ironically, it's the slow song, Don't Tell Me, featuring Ann Wilson. Now, I was hooked the very first time I heard this song, and I don't have any bad things to say about it. I like the slow build up throughout the verses, and then and even Ann Wilson's part in the second verse. I think it really adds a really good dynamic to the song, and it really you really get this vibe of, you know, people in a relationship going back and forth trying to determine whether it's time for them to go their separate ways or not. And I definitely think that's what the song is telling the listener. And, you know, it's very slow, it's very melodic, it has everything to me, and the chorus is without a doubt my favorite part. It's very catchy, you can sing along to it. It's excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with me today, but yeah, like I was saying, it's very catchy, very melodic, easy to sing along to, and Ann Wilson's guest spot is very great, and it's, like I said, it adds a really good dynamic to the song, and I think that she and David Draymond complement each other really well. I think they mix well. Overall, a really great song. So yeah, Don't Tell Me, featuring Ann Wilson, definitely my favorite song on the album. So yeah, the next song I'm going to talk about is probably going to be the song, well, the title track, Divisive. This one's really hard-hitting, very in-your-face, definitely reminiscent of older Disturbed albums that we're accustomed to. I would definitely think that a song like this could be featured on maybe the 10,000 Fists album. It definitely has that vibe. Maybe even albums like Asylum or indestructible, maybe. Definitely pre 2010. That's how I would say. It's very in your face, very hard hitting, and David Draymond's powerful, gruff vocals really shine on this album, and it's got a really cool flow to it. And you know, there's some parts, especially in the verses, where it's very fast paced. Even the way David Draymond sings, because in some Disturbed songs, they always have one or two songs where David Draymond just really sings really fast, and it's like you can hardly understand anything he says. And I like songs like that. So yeah, Divisive is definitely, I wouldn't say it's my second favorite song on the album. I don't normally do these by songs I like the most. Not necessarily. I just pick three at random, talk about them, and go from there. But yeah, the title track, Divisive, is really hard hitting. Definitely a good one. And the third and final track I'm going to talk about is a song that has been really inspiring me a lot lately, and that's the song Feeding the Fire. I don't know how a lot of people feel about this song or anything, but it's really been a motivator for me. As I'm gonna be honest with you guys, work here lately has been pretty tough for me because there's been a lot of new changes happening, and it's been kind of difficult to deal with. And this song, Feeding the Fire, just really motivates me to keep going. It's talking about feeding the fire, feeling a rush, about, not letting your happiness get taken away by things. There's a line in there that says, "It's the only remedy for everything that's ailing me tonight." And I could definitely relate to that because I wasn't being myself. I haven't been myself these last few weeks. And this song just really, like I said, it inspires me. And it's another kind of slow song, but it's still kind of heavy. It's just a really good song. Definitely uplifting and inspiring, thought-provoking, and I love stuff like that. So, yeah. I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second. I'm sorry. But, anyway, Feeding the Fire, great song. Like I said, it's really inspired me to really get out of my funk lately. So overall, what do I think of Divisive from Disturbed? I would give it a really solid 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, it's definitely a lot better than their last album, Evolution. And I think if Disturbed stays within this sound, going back to their roots and their form, hopefully this next album is going to be along the lines similar to this one. Or I personally would love another album like Asylum, because that's probably my second favorite Disturbed album of all time. So if they were to keep this sound while incorporating stuff that they did on Asylum, on their next offering, I'm going to be happy with that. But yeah, guys, I got to get going here. I got to get ready to go shopping here in a little while. So, like I said, Divisive gets a solid 8.5 out of 10 for me. And, I'm going to leave it there, guys. So what do you guys think of this album? Do you think Disturbed gave us a little bit of the old Disturbed that we're accustomed to? Or do you think it was a little middle of the road? Or do you think it was more of the same? I definitely think that it was a return to form. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. tell your friends about me, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Take care.